My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Welcome back, folks. Today, zooming in from Southern Florida, we've got a Canadian who is now living full-time and flipping full-time in Florida, Mr. Jose Portal. Jose is originally from Cuba, lived for many, many, many years in Barrie, Ontario, and the last couple of years he's been living in Southern Florida and operating his real estate investing business from down there. Jose, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, my friend. So give us a quick overview of your flipping business right now. How long you've been doing this in Florida? How many deals have you done? How many deals you got on the go? Just kind of give us a snapshot of what you're up to.
So yeah, we do flips here in South Florida. We sold 3 properties already this year. We've been doing it for 8-9 months, and we have 10 on the go right now between different process, right? Between on the contract to buy up to on the contract to sell, the whole process.
Very, very cool. Well, that's taking pretty massive action pretty quickly. What market area are you focusing on primarily? What cities or city?
So it's South Florida from Delray Beach, which is north of Miami, up to Melbourne. So east side of Florida, south to maybe middle Florida, so east of Orlando. That's
Okay.
that area. Because I live in the middle, so for me it's easier to travel an hour and a half north and an hour and a half south.
Very cool. Now, were you doing flips? Were you doing real estate back in Canada as well, or is this a new career for you?
This is new for me. I used to do electrical back in Canada,
Yeah.
and I always did construction, so I always liked that stuff. And yeah, real estate is new for me.
Okay, the actual, yeah, the transactional side of it, but you're very familiar with swinging hammers and
Correct.
doing electrical stuff, the
Yes,
handyman.
I have done those stuff. Yes.
Okay, very, very cool. Well, you're doing a lot very quickly, Jose. If you've completed 3 and got 10 on the go in your first 8 months, that's pretty darn good. What have been some of the challenges you've had as a Canadian trying to get going with real estate investing in Florida?
So first of all is learning about the market and learning about real estate here in Florida. Some things are different than in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first challenge. After that, I would say to get loans for me as a Canadian, for me and my wife, it was a little bit tricky. So we found a way to do with another investor, and we partnered with this investor, and that way it has worked for me because he's getting the loans for instead of us. And then the biggest challenge I would say is the mentality, how to deal with stress and the renovation goes a little bit higher or these houses are not selling and just dealing with stress and dealing with um, this kind of situation that you're not used to,
Mm-hmm.
and the mentality also of changing from a worker to be a business operator, a business person. It's different. Sometimes I used to do electrical. Sometimes I want to go and put up a light, but if I start putting lights in a house,
Yeah.
I'm not looking for houses. So really,
Right.
I can save $200 for putting lights, but maybe I can find a deal that can bring me 40,000. So I have to choose. So that mentality, that was one of the biggest challenges.
That would be huge, wouldn't it? Because
Yes.
especially if you're looking at some of these contractors and they're probably not, or maybe not doing as good of a job as you could do. So then there's a big temptation to, instead of trying to tell them how to do it, just go do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes hey, I want it like this, I want it like that, but you have to start learning and hey, step back.
Yeah, yeah, that would be a challenge for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome, Jose. So you didn't have any experience doing flips in Canada. How did you get up to speed and learn so much and get started so quickly?
So we have a mentor
Mm-hmm.
in Canada, and that's how we started. He's been helping us through the process and everything, and also the person that I'm partnering with, he's a seasoned investor, so He's another I would say another mentor that I have. So
Hmm.
a mentorship, somebody that copy what they're doing. That's
Right.
that's that's what has helped me the most.
So if I understand correctly, what you've done, Jose, is you've learned about how to do flips. You've gotten good at sourcing deals, finding properties, underwriting properties, all that kind of stuff, managing the teams, and you've partnered up with somebody who's already been doing this for quite a while in your market, and you bring the deal, he brings the financing, the cash, you manage everything, and then you share the profits at the end. Is that
That's
correct?
exactly, yeah. That's
It's like
exactly
almost
what's
a
happening.
perfect joint venture type situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It works for both. Yes, it works. It works for everybody.
So having 10 deals actively on the go between one stage and the other, how many crews do you have working on your properties at any one time?
So we have two property managers and one general contractor, but really we have three crews. Let's say three crews between, yeah.
Now, did you find your own crews or did you borrow some from your partner?
I borrow some from him. I bring some.
Uh-huh.
Right now we're expanding a little bit more. We might have some more properties coming this month.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to hire more people. We're always looking for people, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that is fantastic. Congratulations. Now, what do you like the most about this whole flipping business, and what do you like the least about it?
Um, I like the money. That's
Yeah.
that's true. I can't lie on about that. But I
Nothing wrong with
like
that. That's
see,
what we're doing this stuff for,
yeah,
right?
that's
So,
right. That's right.
yeah.
So but one of the things that I like is when you go in and it's destroyed, and then 2 months later it's a beautiful house what you have there. That change, that's
Yeah.
what I like the most. Brings value, to a community, having a bad house and make it nice. That looks
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
The what I like the least, I would say the market. Sometimes the
Mhm.
market is challenge, and you need to learn, like
The ups and downs
something
of the
can go
market.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Very good. So, Jose, what are you doing to find these deals to source these properties?
Putting a lot of offers. So we put offers on the MLS, wholesalers. We also do PPC. So we do our own campaign, right? But mostly it's those three. So PPC, wholesalers, and on the market. So you need to put a lot of offers in order to get one. So we're
What would
putting
you
I put,
say
put
now that you've got 12 or 13 deals kind of either done or in the process? How many offers on average does it take you to get a deal?
I'd say about 100 offers to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'd
believe
say
it.
that. I'd say that.
Yeah. So how much of your time is spent making offers?
I put offers probably like, well, I look for houses probably like 5, 6 hours a day.
Wow.
It depends. Sometimes, sometimes I gotta go and manage. So, but I would say average 4 to 6 hours a day, because sometimes like I said, I'm driving, seeing properties, but at nighttime, I'm looking at properties that people send me and I'm
Mhm.
putting offers. So yeah, 4 to 6 hours just putting offers a day.
And what's kind of your rule of thumb when it comes to making offers on a property? Like I've heard anywhere from, you 60 to 70% of after
ARV.
repaired value, that kind of thing. What's kind of your rule of thumb for making these offers?
So I would say between 60 to 65% of the ARV after repair value.
Yeah.
That's I would say is the rule that we go roughly.
Hmm.
But it depends. It depends also on the renovation. Sometimes the roof is good, the floor is good, and then you can go up.
Hmm.
Or sometimes it's really bad. Windows need to be changed, and things come down to. But
Hmm.
60 to 65 is it's a good rule, approximately
Yeah.
where we need to be.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Very, very cool. What are the kind of the price points of the properties that you guys are looking at, Jose?
So north of our area, they're a little bit lower. They go from 200 to um 500, 600. More south, they can go up to $1 million. So in general, between 200 to A million is the most expensive that we sold. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
980 is the most expensive that I sold.
Very good. Did that one make you a little bit more nervous than the $200,000 ones?
Yes. Yes. You know why? Because when you need to do a reduction or something like that in $100,000, you can drop it 10,000. That's not gonna work. You gotta drop
Yeah.
it 20, 30, 40, 50,000, right? So there goes your profit like that in a click. So yes, it did make me nervous. The renovation was a lot bigger. Uh, but it was the one that I made the most. So I'm
That's
happy with
right.
that too.
Yeah. 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 I was
Yes.
talking with another flipper not that long ago, and this gentleman 100% focuses on expensive houses. That's all he does. He
Yeah.
does a pretty good volume of them too. I think he's doing, if I recall correctly, 20 a month, something like that. It's crazy. And they're all like $1 million plus properties.
Yeah.
And the what was he saying? Why he liked those more? Well, the profit obviously was a lot more. Uh, but he said that he found that the buyers were less of a pain to deal with because if you had a really good product, a lot of people that are buying expensive properties, they aren't getting financing, they're buying all cash.
Yes.
So so
Yes.
he kind of liked that as well.
Yeah, so to tell you about this 980,000 property that we sold, we put on the market for a million. Somebody came and said, you know what, we like it, we want 980, no inspection, we close in 2 weeks. And we're like, wow, no, yes, for sure. But yes, it's absolutely right. People that are buying those high price properties, they're coming all cash in. And a lot of people that are coming to Florida, they're coming from, New York, New Jersey, Canada. There's a lot of Canadians buying here,
Yeah.
California. So they're selling a lot higher there. They come here and they pay cash and they still have a good chunk. So
Mm.
that's true what you're saying. High price, they're paying cash.
But yeah, it's got to be a little bit nerve wracking. All right, cool. So you've got those three different sources for finding these deals. You have one that kind of works better than the other ones, like the pay per click or the wholesalers or the MLS. Is there one that tends to skew more in your favor?
Wholesalers.
Yeah. A lot easier
Wholesalers is
too.
yes, it's a lot easier. You put your offer and once you put your offer and they are the ones that negotiate and once you do a deal with one person, that person is gonna bring you more deals because they know you're gonna close. So
Yeah.
wholesalers, hands down, that's my favorite.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Some
Very,
people,
very
some
good.
people don't like them. Some people don't like them. Me personally, I love them. I
Well,
love them.
it's a lot of work. That's because you
Yes,
understand how much work, time, effort, and expense goes into generating leads. Most people have no clue about what a serious wholesaler has to do to find these kind
yes,
of properties, right? So they earn their money too.
yes, yes. And what I say to wholesalers, I don't care if you're making 50, 60, 100,000. As long as I make my money and we both make money, I don't care. You gotta get paid, and they do hard work. I
Yeah.
absolutely know that.
Yeah. Very, very cool. All right. So what have you found or what's been a learning experience for you switching from being a guy doing the work to the guy managing the teams now?
How do I feel?
Yeah, what have been some of the things that you've learned about this through this process?
Dealing with people, managing people, it can be a challenge. I
Yeah.
come from a Latino. The temper is a little bit higher. You can lose your temper sometimes.
I know.
And I have
I
learned,
was married to one for 20 years, man. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
but I have learned to calm down. I still have to learn. I still have to learn, but
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you need to, sometimes people have problems, right? Sometimes people, they have problem in their house, same as you. So you need to that would be a challenge. That's something that I have learned. I have
Yeah.
learned from that.
To
Yes.
keep the temper in check for sure. No, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
Where do you see yourself taking your business over the next year or so, Jose? What are your goals?
Next year, I would like to be doubling what I have right now. I
Hmm.
would like to expand also. We're looking also into sub two deals. I don't know if Canadians are familiar with that. And multifamily. So we wanna start holding things
Mm.
from the profits that we're making in flips. Because flips is good money, but it's a lot of work. It's a job that I have,
Yeah.
and I would like to start, possibly bringing more income.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Well, that's fantastic, Jose. So if people would like to connect with you and find out more and get a hold of you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Instagram and Facebook, Jose Carlos Portal, that's my name. You can find me there, and we always post about, raising money, how we do it, what we do, houses that we put on the market, and stuff like that. They can find me there.
Very interesting. So you are raising money. I thought your partner was bringing all the money to the table.
Sometimes, yes, sometimes, but I also raise. Yes, I also raise
Oh,
money
okay.
sometimes. Yeah, because we can do more deals, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. So when it comes to the whole raising money side of things, Jose, what have you found? Because you're kind of new to this area, are you raising money from friends and family back home, or are you raising money locally in Florida?
That's a funny story because I'm from Cuba, and Florida is full of Cubans.
Yeah.
So, so speaking Spanish has helped me a lot here in
Yeah.
Florida, and I have raised money from Cubans that live here. I would like to bring money from Canadians that live in Canada. I have met people that are interested, but they still are not ready to go.
Yeah.
They feel afraid to come in here. But I would like to raise money from Canadians, yes.
Well, I mean, you've already got that connection to the local market. That just makes a ton of sense instead of trying to educate a bunch of nervous Nelly Canadians about investing in the States sometimes.
Yes, yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hopefully something comes soon.
Very good. Well, Jose, thank you very much for being on the show. It's been great meeting you.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
All right, everybody, take care, and we will see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.